Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are turning this junk mail into journaling ephemera. I've had these down here for a while to do this because this one is thick. It is so thick. It's going to make something amazing for in your journal. And this one was such an interesting shape. This is what I had my dad switch to mint because it's cheaper, and this is what the SIM card came in. And it's just such an interesting shape. I thought this would make great little piece to put in your journal. So I'm going to start out by telling you I'm not going to cover this. This is what I would glue down into my journal. You know what? I may cover it because what if I don't want to glue it down in my journal? Duh. But that's how I would glue it in the journal, down like that if I was gluing it. So I'm going to, you guys, I have such a mess in my room. Like, I could have swore that I've cleaned my room, but somehow it keeps getting messier and messier in here. But let me find paper, hold on. Okay, I pulled out some, first of all, these are some words and phrase stickers. I have them in that container. But I pulled out a bunch of 6x6 paper that is just basically vintagey. Not really my style anymore, but I'm going to use it. And then these old-time papers that my boyfriend got me on Amazon. So let's start with this one. And all I think I'm going to do is cover it front and back. I think I'm going to use, I like that one. Where did I get these? I don't know, you guys. Like, they've been sitting in my stash for such a long time. I have no idea. So I'm going to, that needs to be a little bit thicker. It's too thin. You can see through it, and I don't want to see through it. But you know what? Why don't I use, that's a little bit darker. And this is textured, okay? So I'm going to use double stick tape. And all I'm going to do is line up the edges with the tape. These are little, this is a little bigger than, of course I ran out. This is a little bigger than 6 inches, but we will figure it out, okay? We will figure a way to cover it so the whole thing is covered, which is probably just layering paper. And I could layer paper right now also, by the way. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I've just been saving this knowing that I've wanted to use it. And at this point, I wish I had bigger double stick tape. This is the only size I keep on hand because it's the size that I use. And right now, I'm kind of wishing I had thicker double stick tape. Not gonna lie. Maybe I'll have to invest in some. The thing is, I don't use it very often. And I don't want to spend money on stuff I don't use very often. I'm tired of spending money on stuff that I'm not going to use. All right, so we'll have this one side, and then we will do the other side. And we're just going to peel these off. I also have to empty my garbage. My garbage is literally overflowing next to me. And I keep putting it up. Well, today's garbage day, so I will try to remember to empty it today. We have a lot of cardboard to go out for garbage, so I'm going to go over and steal my neighbor's garbage can. She's on vacation. She won't care. So I'm going to go steal my neighbor's garbage can so I can get rid of a whole bunch of garbage while she's on vacation. She wouldn't care if I did it while she was here, but she's on vacation, so I'm just going to do it now. Yep, she wouldn't care. The amount of times she just puts her garbage in my garbage can because she only has one small bag. She lives alone. So she has one small bag. By the way, I'm filming this in April. I have to try to tell everybody when. I always have to remind myself to say when I'm filming things because I film ahead. Or even if I'm not planning on filming ahead and the video might not get posted for a while because other things are more timely or I want to post sooner. You know what I mean? Understand? I'm not one of those people who films and then posts it that same day or the next day. That's not how I'm doing it these days. I think I'm going to use this piece right here. Oh, it just covers. And then we're just going to fussy cut around it. And then once this is covered, I can actually use glue instead of tape. But it is very, can you see how shiny it is? It's so shiny. I'm actually struggling to see the white on the paper because it's so shiny, it's blinding me. I'm showing you this today because I feel like a lot, like people do keep their stuff, their junk, but there's some people who don't. So, what should we put there? I figured, oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups so bad. I figured I would show you. Oh, let's use this guy right here, but we're going to tear him. We're going to put him right here. He looks good. Look at that. He's so cute. But we're going to glue him on because we can glue him on. I just heard something go off. Is it 9 o'clock? If it's 9 o'clock, I have to go up and give my dog his pill. It is 9 o'clock. Okay. Because yesterday, the boyfriend gave him his pill at 9 o'clock, and I had already given it to him. I set a reminder so I don't forget to give the dog. He is on some kind of weird vitamin to control his liver enzymes. And he could actually get a whole pill, but the doctor said just to give him half a pill a day. Well, yesterday I gave him his pill early, and then the boyfriend gave him his pill. And I was like, but I had already given it to him. He goes, well, I didn't know. I was like, that's fine. I'm just saying I already gave it to him. I already gave it to him. I'm just going to leave that be. All right, so that's good. Let's cover the other side. And I want to use this here because I want A to be a little bit thicker so I can write on it. Okay. Did I put my tape away? I did. Why would I do such a thing? I want it to be a little bit thicker to write on. So we're going to, and I'm not going to put as much tape on this time. I don't know why I put so much tape on. I don't know why. It's okay. We will survive. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not actually sure. I'm not actually sure I'm going to survive these days. I'm just joking. I tend to ramble when I have really nothing to say. Because I don't like the silence. I hate watching a video and there's silence. I hate it. Though some people tell me I talk too much. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I don't give a fuck. There you go. Alright. Get off my finger. At least now I can see to trim. That was bad. Couldn't see at all. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to use, I think, a little bit of this. Should I use a little bit of this green? Just a smidgen of this green. Like literally from here over. So I'm going to glue it on here. Because I don't want to go too far. I'm going to use this thin purple line. Do you see that thin purple line? That's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to line it up where I want it. So I think right there. like so. And then we're going to trim around. Okay, there we go. And then I have all these words and phrases. So let's find something. I'm just putting my pin in my glue, you guys, because we all know if I don't, I'll either lose the pin or the glue will get clogged. Alright, I stopped and had a little coughing fit, so I found, these are like sarcastic ones. And I'm going to use a sarcastic one, and I like this one right here. To be honest, I'm just winging it. Life, motherhood, my eyeliner, everything. Why not? Put that up here, because some days that's how I feel. Now on this side, let's find something else. See, look at all these. I have so many. I have all kinds of things in here. Stick with the black. What's on here? Yo, that's the second time I've coughed. If my boyfriend gave me his cold, I'm going to be pissed. All right, I'm going to use this one right here. Always believe that something amazing is about to happen. I'm going to put it right above these fake stitches, and there we go. And then right here, I can easily journal. That is super cute. Let's put that away and move on to this bigger one, because this one is crazy. And once again, it is very much not going to stick with glue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through, and I'm not going to bother showing you this, and I'm going to tape everything up. So it's all taped, and I'll be back. Okay, everything's covered, and I hear my boyfriend coughing up a storm up there. All right, first I'm going to do the inside piece here. So let's get that uncovered. And I'm going to use these mushrooms. I was thinking of cutting out this hole right here, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. But then part of me wants to. But then part of me is like, why do I need to? Right? I don't need to, so why do it? I am going to line this up so I can trim it off. So there we go. First piece down. And then I'm going to bend this back so I can trim this off. Like so. And then bend this so I can trim it off. Come on. I guess I gotta bend that over. It's not cooperating. Okay. So that's done. So now I have that. I have this little bit of paper left over. I have this paper from the owl one left, or this one that I might want to use on the front. So what else do we got? You know what? I think I kind of want to use like not printed, right? Like, I mean, it's printed, but no busy pattern. How's that? I want to use no busy pattern. Guys, I'm trying to get all of my May videos filmed. Did I say this was April? I'm at April 16th, I believe today is. But I'm trying to get all my May videos done because all of my April videos, except for Journal With Me's, are done. So I have a list of things to do. And one of them, you guys, I need to use my Cricut, but my freaking blade is dead. I started the video yesterday. I literally started the video yesterday and was not able to finish it because my blade is dull. So I had to order more blades. And I was like, oh, I'll just go to Michael's and buy a blade at Michael's. I bought mine on Amazon. Cricut blades are $16.99 a piece at Michael's? Yeah. I got a 10-pack of generic blades on Amazon for $5.99. I was like, are you kidding me? I am not spending $16.99 on a single blade. Cricket. Like, seriously, what is wrong with you? People can't afford that. They've already spent their $300 and some on their freaking Cricut. Now you're going to charge them that much for a blade? And don't also come and tell me that you've never had to change your blade. I'm sorry you've never had to change your blade, but my blade has been changed multiple times. I use my Cricut like crazy. I've had to change my blade multiple times. Because that's also another thing that, because I was curious. So I Googled how long blades are supposed to last. And some people online are like, I've never had to change my blade. Okay, great. Good for you. But this will be the second or third time I've changed my blade, and I've had my Cricut for 5 years. So, all right. So now we got to do these flaps. Uh-oh, what did I do there? Let me just push these down. So something, I went over, you guys, I say this all the time, and then I made the mistake. Darn it. Let's see if I can pick this up to trim it. But I went over the score mark. I was not paying attention. So let me, look at that. I got that up. I'm not going to be able to, am I going to be able to trim it? Probably not. Hold on. I need to do this with a knife and I need to be up close. Okay, good enough. I'm going to have to cover it with washi tape, but I'll do that later. So now we have to do these other flaps and this back part. I think I'm going to use this one for the back. And I will use as much of this as I can for the flaps. So let's cover the back. And then if I wanted to, I could sew these, but I'm not going to because I just fixed my sewing machine in the last video. Yep, in the last video I fixed my sewing machine. And I don't really want to use it again. But if you wanted to, you could sew all of these. It would be a great little addition to your, get off there, to these journal cards. It would look great, but like I said, I literally just fixed my sewing machine. All right, now we have to do the whole bendy back thing so I can trim this off. I think really what I wanted to show, especially with this video, is you don't have to just use envelopes. So many people just use junk mail envelopes when they're making ephemera from junk. But you don't have to. You can use all kinds of stuff. And this wasn't junk mail. This was just, like I said, I bought this. So this has been down here for a while. Because when did I switch my dad over to Mint Mobile? I think it was the beginning of the year, January or February. So this has been down here a while. Just had to text my boyfriend that I can hear him. So I'm recording. Shut the hell up is basically what I said. Frick, man. Some days. Listen, I'll talk about it because I said to him, and he got so mad at me yesterday. I said, next time you're sick, stay home. He got so mad at me. He's like, it hurts my feelings when you tell me to stay home. I'm like, yo, you're miserable here. You are miserable. I said, and you're making everybody else miserable. So, yeah, stay home next time. Sorry. I don't know why he even came here. Alright, not enough of that one, I figured. So, let's just use whatever. Oh, how about this one right here? Sounds good. But yeah, I'm like, you need to, like, next time you're sick, not come here, because like the dog is making you miserable, everything is making you miserable. I'm like, you're making everybody else miserable. Because I'm sorry, almost all women watch my videos, so I'm going to say it. Men are the worst when they're sick. Gee, like, Jesus freaking Louise. I don't understand. When I'm sick, I don't even want to talk to anybody, so I just stay away from everybody. When my kid was younger, he wasn't this annoying when he was sick, and he was little. I did offer to come upstairs, so I just texted him and said, I can hear you. Do you need me to come upstairs? All right. So we have these two, and now we just have to cover these. So this... All right. Okay, so we need to cover this one. And I'm trying to find thinner paper. Here we go. We can use this right here. Okay. And I kind of just want to trim this off and wrap it over. What do you think? Peel this off, wrap this over, and put something else there. Sounds great to me. Get off of there. Yep, so my blade is, and listen you guys, I even put it on more pressure and thicker cardstock, and it still didn't cut through. It cut 3 times and still did not cut through the paper. I was so angry, because also I wanted to do a vinyl HTV yesterday, because I have one roll of HTV. This is like, what happened here? There's a bubble. There's a bubble. I have one roll of white HTV that I think might be glitter. It looks like it, but I won't know till I use it. So, yeah, this is just going to be bubbled. I'm just going to glue whatever down. I'm going to use this piece here, actually. I'm going to tear, and we're going to glue it over here. So I wanted to use it to make a shirt to see if it was glitter HTV or not. So that also ruined that plan, because I have a shirt I need to make for my boyfriend. He wants me to make him this one shirt, and I can't, because I don't have white HTV. So I need to know if this HTV is glittery or not. I used all my my white HTV on the bathroom canvases. All right, there we go. And now we just have this side left to do. And I think I'm going to do the same thing. I want to use this paper, if you do remember me saying I want to use this paper. So I'm going to do the same thing and fold it over onto the other side. Where's my, here it is. over the edge on that one. So yeah, I want to use it to see if it's glitter or not. It looks like it might be glitter, but like weird, I don't know. Because it's not, I've had glitter before and it's not like my usual glitter. It's like, it's weird. So I think it might be actual regular HTV, but I don't want to make my boyfriend a shirt and ruin a shirt and it ends up being glitter. You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do so we don't get any bubbles on this side is I'm going to put wet glue on top of the double stick tape. Because if you don't know, wet glue on the double stick tape will leave it a little bit repositionable because the glue is wet. I just said wet glue, so to me, not to you guys. I'm dirring myself. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some glue on this double stick tape so I can reposition it for a little bit so I don't get any bumpies like I did on the other piece. And that piece worked so much better. And then I think I'm just going to use this. Sounds grand. And then glue that. So that's done. And now we're going to trim it. And there's a lot going on this paper, so I don't know if I'm going to put any kind of those word phrases on here because there's a lot going on this paper. But there we go. So you open it up, open it up, open, and there's a lot of room for all kinds of stuff on here. Let's see. Let me go through and see if I can find anything. Okay, well, first of all, let's talk about how I thought I paused it and I did not. So that's always fun. This new recording software, ugh, sometimes I think I pause it and I don't. I miss my old stuff, but I can't use this new camera on my old stuff. So I have Collect Beautiful Moments right here. And then this one that says Creativity Takes Courage. Totally does. Because people can be mean. Miracles happen when you believe. You notice I'm going with white on this one. There's a lot of dark colors on here, so I'm going with white. And then I think one more down here. Listen to your heart, it will show you the way. I need to trim it. Of course I do. Okay. There you go. So, it took a little while, but we turned 2 pieces of junk into really nice little journal. Listen to that one. It is so thick. So, really nice little journaling spots for, of course, in our journals. Duh. Once again, I'm done myself. But there you go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you some ideas of not just using envelopes. I see so many people just using envelopes from junk mail. So I hope I gave you some kind of idea. And like I said, this wasn't even junk mail. This was hanging on a shelf in Target once upon a time. Okay, thank you. So, I don't know, it's early. Okay, thank you, it's early. Hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We do all kinds of fun things over here. Well, I do all, why do I always use the royal we? I don't understand it, but I do a lot of fun things over here. So subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next crafty video. Have a great rest of your day.